All right. Hello, everybody. Sorry, there's always that little lag where I just do the little sanity check. Okay, and I have it. And it's so instant. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another stream of some camo grinding. So we're gonna do camo grinding and musing, actually. So wait, I need to see. I'm getting close with this one. I'm still trying to get opal. Oh yeah, I have a ways to go with this. And then I'm really close with this one. Now I just need to kill 10 zombies. Yeah, 10 zombies 15 times in a row. And yeah, so that's what we'll be doing this stream, but also musing about what I've accomplished and what I'm still to do. So I have been adding to the, well, not a lot. I've been more like, I went down a few rabbit holes, been researching like some career advice stuff for the website. So that is one project that I want to do. I actually know a couple of people that are very passionate about that. One guy in particular, that's like all he does is he like networks game. Oh wait, no. People in the gaming industry, and he helps them figure out what they need to do for learning. He networks them with actual and actually that's one thing I'm kicking myself about. I told this one lady that I don't even remember her name. I follow her on Twitch. I need to look this up. But I signed up for this thing, and that's one of those projects. It's like once I got a lot of like things going on, like some yeah, like work is busy, home life is busy. I just, I need to wait until I have some time to like actually do that. But uh like a lot of things. But no, but with the website though, because like I started with OSCS, which was open source computer science, and I was like a lot of people, as soon as you learn computer science, like you just have this need to like go tell the world, because it's fascinating stuff. I mean, and same with geology too. I just actually did an awkward thing where I maybe blabbed a little too much with somebody about how much I love geology, and I was just like, all right. So he's probably like whatever, like weirdo, but and that's okay. So some things are gonna be awkward. That's
Now
life.
that you're here, let's lock down that AO.
Hmm.
I'll track body cams and coordinate.
Hmm. Anyway, sorry. Um, one of the rabbit holes is like, so each major tech company has like a whole list of things like that they would probably like to see you do. And really that's something that I learned applying to any job is you want to do research on the company, and you want to oh wait, actually, can I do oh shoot, I think I probably could have. I mean, if not, like I could do the 10. I think this will get 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so now I need to make sure that I can kill them in rapid succession, even if it hurts me a lot. There we go. Okay. Has to be 10. And now it doesn't matter. Now I can just get headshots. But anyways, career path stuff. So like with Google, there's a whole thing, like I'm on one of their email groups with like Google developers, and there's a whole slew of activities that you can do. And I'm going to list those on the website, be like, okay, so for this track, and same with Apple, same with Nvidia, same with like all the major tech companies. And again, that's what like somebody should do if they want to go get a job in that field. They need to see what are they looking for. So, and especially, oh, and Amazon too, like, sorry, I often forget that Amazon has a lot of like software jobs and like technical jobs. Like they do, most of their jobs are in like a warehouse, and oftentimes, or I don't know, oftentimes company like to promote from within. So you might have to go like, go in the trenches for a couple of years and work the warehouse, as it were, the more physical jobs to be maybe build up more. I don't know. That's one way to do it. I actually tried to apply to Amazon once upon a time, and it was embarrassing because I didn't bring the proper stuff, I think. So I drove all the way down to Denver for nothing, and that was like the recruiting hub. And like I was trying to work in northern Colorado because there was a couple of depots up here, but like I think he had to still go all the way down there to that, and I was just like a hot mess. I'd just gotten laid off, and I was like, oh, like that was like during the pandemic and stuff, and it was interesting because like things just kind of like swelled and then shrunk and then swelled and then shrunk, and then I don't know. I noticed that with a couple of places, and yeah. That's business. So, and these are the things that, you know, you like to think that people teach in those life classes. Wait, what am I talking about? I can just go ahead and do this stuff, but, oh wait, is this even 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? This might even be, hold on here. Oh, we're on level 2. I was just yammering. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is there a crawler back here or like a straggler? Did I just kill the chance? Okay, well, let's try it. Yep, that was exactly one shy. Oh, wait, no. Oh. And that was what I messed up on the first round. Anyways, it doesn't matter. We'll be getting to the point where we can do 10 easy, so it's not that big of a deal.
You're handling this well.
But anyways, so adding career path tracks and what you want to do for each of them. And like, and even that, like I'm going to be building out a YouTube page for all these videos that I'm archiving and then like links to them. I need to figure out a way and like re-record the initial ones because you can't really see them. They're blurry like the actual font. And I think that's what happens with all these Twitch videos. Like, so while this is good to like talk about and like, you know, anybody who watches these will kind of understand how to think like computer scientists and figure out problems and think logically and solve things. Especially the Borderlands one. I went through like, hold on, I'm so thirsty. I went through like every aspect of computer science, and so like even if you just kind of zone out and like watch the gameplay, you'll learn something. Like, oh wait, can I still? I think it's like more than one hit. Oh no. There's 10. Can I get another 10? No. I mean, it's armor, so that's pretty safe. Yeah, so now there's no point. I mean, it makes more sense to get the headshot, so. Anyways. Alright, so yeah. Oh, it's so exciting. It's so exciting. Like, to finally... I love that GitHub allows you to make a static page. Like, that is so sick. And... because that was the biggest thing, like when I was during my undergrad, and I made several websites of silly shenanigans, and I mean silly shenanigans. Like I made a Nicolas Cage tribute website where like I just got a bunch of weird pictures of him like doing weird stuff. Like one was him as a cat, another one was like him as fractals. Like it was just Nicolas Cage Inception. Like well, fractals. Like I don't even know what you'd call that. Like well, fractals. So there you go. But and what else was it? I did one of my favorite projects, and actually I kind of slacked off on this, and I feel bad about that. And that was part of the lesson, I feel like, is like you do group projects with other people, and so you have to figure out the awkwardness of talking with somebody to work on a group project together, and then coordinating time to work on said project, and then being okay when something goes wrong, and then like you got to undo certain things, and like how do you know what to undo and what's what? Can I get it? Oh no, this is risky business. No, that's not even... so I don't think that counts. It would be much better to go ahead and... I'll just go ahead and get the points for now. Oh wait, never mind. Insta-kill. 10, yes! And 11. But it wasn't 11. Once it starts over, I feel like that's the chain. And like, if it was me programming it, that's where I would set it. Just be like, okay, key off. Did you see a 10 on the screen? Okay. Did you not? Then okay. You know? So.
Didn't stick around in the end, though. Wonder what the key's for. All right, Riffle.
Okay.
See what you've been keeping locked up in here.
Give me that handbrake. All right. Whew. So, anyways, yeah, and then like the hand race, I don't know. There's just so what did I do though specifically? I went down the rabbit hole with Google developers, and they have AI agents where you can actually build bots basically with their guidance, and I think a lot of it is free, although it really skirts like paid tier stuff. When I'm a little more financially stable, I think I do want to pay for a Google Cloud thing to develop in Google Cloud. I want to get a domain and everything for the nonprofit and all that, but I mean that's still a ways off, and it might not even be me. So like for now, I'm just gonna chill on that. 'Cause I think it's something like 16 or 17 a month, which doesn't sound like a lot, but for something that like for a pet project when like I could have a hobby where I, spend money on motorcycles or something, or I guess I do with gaming. So there's that. So I already have like gaming filling up the slot of like my expendable income. I don't need to, you know, go go do another one. And then like you get into the whole thing. Well, why don't you just make money to cover it? Well, then it's like, and the whole making of a nonprofit, like, I feel like I'm a little worried that my work would be upset with that. So like I got to be careful with that and just assume that I can't, hope that I can, and ultimately somebody else would be doing all of it anyway. So I would just collab on it. That's how a lot of like open source projects work. Like if you do free code camp, they have like a plethora of people that you can do open source project. And actually, ooh, I should do that. I was debating on doing a tech stream, but like I didn't really decided to do some offline programming anyway, or like starting to program. I built one part today, and then still haven't done any actually like programming per se. A lot of it's just like editing and cleaning up, and I still got to add links and basically make it. And it still looks like trash. Like the website is garbage in its CSS, and I was actually planning on going back and redoing freecodecamp.org.com. They have both of the URLs. It's awesome. Because one of their beginners is HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and that's all you really need to know to do the majority of the tech streams I do with the GitHub static web development and HTML, CSS, and light JavaScript. I say that very sparingly because I haven't actually built any new. Let's do this. I feel like this is foolish. Yeah, no, that's too foolish. Oh god, and actually I'm gonna die from that. Hold on. Or wait, do I have enough for Juggernog? That might be. So if that's the case, then I might have one hit kills again, and then I could do the 10. And then once I get that, then it's 2,500. Oh. Really? Jeez. Okay. Yeah. Alright. So. I just lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, the projects are going good. The tech streams, they're going to be a little more sporadic, and if and when they happen, because like at this point, I don't know. I am still taking time to have fun. Of course, we're playing video games, but I just like to do this a little bit. Oh, and actually, shoot. I'm still stalling on the phone project. I need to do something. I need to check in with there's still a couple hurdles I have to do before I can actually give the phones to this lady. And actually now here's an even bigger concern. I need to do that, of course. And actually, shoot. I have some charging. I might be able to process them out. If not, tomorrow night. Tomorrow night I can do that. Actually, no. I'll be done with this soon, actually. Just do about an hour of musing. But that's like the check-in, so that's where we're at. I need to add... Oh, sorry, the urgent need now is like for the housing insecure, and even really anyone on food stamps or SNAP benefits. I guess they're not going out for November in northern Colorado, and so that's an even more urgent need. I mean, not that I can do anything about it. I think there are organizations doing it, but what I could do is add to the website and just be like, here are the things that are going on, and then, and if just showing how to build a website that has that, then anybody can host a GitHub page for their respected area. Just be like, here's a list of all the things, and then also getting past the barrier of wanting to go to a GitHub website, because that's another problem. I saw someone on LinkedIn, we connected, and I looked at their GitHub, and it is actually a lot of the same stuff that I want to do and I hope to do. And I feel like it's just kind of it's like a nerdy thing to do, the trendy thing for nerds to do anymore. Really just anybody, humanity. Now that we have these tools, we can just go and fix so many problems, and I know there's that whole saying, if you're gonna do something, never do it for free, and that's in the Dark Knight, the Batman movie with the Joker, My favorite Joker movie, actually. I mean, let's say my second favorite Joker ever, if you take into account Mark Hamill's cartoon Joker. But, anyways, where's I going with all that? No, people are doing it for free. They're doing it for free and they're loving it. And that's what I love about the tech community, open source, like Linux, like everything. It's like, hey, everybody, check this out. We got these tools and they're free and we maintain them and all this. And Kubernetes is the next one. Oh, yeah. So that's going to be up on the tech one. All right. Then after getting the gold, it's a little tougher. Oh, we're getting close to that one, though. Closer.
Tear them to pieces.
Watch your six. There's got to be more crawlers out there.
Oh, Because even with like the debit, the food stuff, I've heard local organizations, church groups, etc., like all sorts of stuff. The food bank is getting like emergency assistance, so like there's no like dire need like that, but at the same time, like it's not good, and I've gone to a food bank once back in the day when I was in college, and I only the one time though, because. I decided that ultimately, I mean, I had a friend that used to go there all the time, and he'd always have beer money. And so, like, and that's why I was like, basically, I just cut back on my beer money spending and bought food. I was like, you know what, that's not cool. Because when I was there, I saw a bunch of people that were like, I don't know, I felt really out of place. Like, I was just like some college kid there, like, yeah, hey, give me food. Like, and there's a lot more needing people. And it was just like, all right. So it was kind of like eye-opening. That's why I only did it the one time, But I mean, for people that normally like rely on that, like, I mean, especially coming from the pandemic, so many people were like fluctuating with jobs and stuff. And it's not like, okay, clap your hands now, everybody's like fine from the pandemic. It's like, no, there's still a lot of turmoil and turnover like everywhere. All right, wait, can I do? See, I don't need to do. Oh wait, I do need armor. See if I can survive the 10 hits. Okay. We're gonna start popping out here, but we got like. Oh, dang it. I didn't see the 10 and I think it got interrupted by the explosive one. I wanted to grab that. There's still 10 of you? Oh no, I lost the dang it. Well, I mean, whatever. Actually, no, not whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I might have just screwed that up. But let's get another cola. I was going to go for the points, but then that, and then that. Yeah, it's already almost over. Come on. Plus, I got to get them close, too. Yeah, no, there's not going to be any bonus for that. I don't even think I have 10. Let's see here. 4... Oh, I actually, yeah, I do. Yeah, oh, plenty. Hold on here. All right, plus that spider thing counts as one. Oh, there's 10. Okay, 10 on the board. Let's get that armor. Whew. I need to get more armor and then do that, do this, that. There's so many things to do, but let's go and upgrade first. Okay, I need headshots. Okay, line them up. Trying to be all smooth and slick. No. Jeez, that was a crazy strong punch. I don't know. Every now and then, if you hit it just right, like when they're coming over the fence and you melee them, like it just like launches them. Going, oh, I guess I do have Pack-a-Punch. Never mind, that makes sense now. Maybe it doesn't always do that. Maybe it's only when it's Pack-a-Punch. All right. Drink to replace weapon, gun, butt with a deadly punch. But it definitely improves the melee as well. Like these things, these inflatable tube bag things, which is like a comical Cali stick. I don't know. I've got so many that are like right up to the where you got to kill like 30 specialty zombies. But ugh. This just feels more enjoyable because then I can count how many like. Wait, are we on a new round? Hold on. What am I doing? I'm going to assume that those other kills count. There, at least I got 12 on that. Oh god, no. You cannot get hit again at that situation. Alright, so now we have a little bit of money. We can, kind of go get that. I can try to get this. Let's get another 10. Ah! It's got to be 10. I mean, I really... Oh. Although we'll know. I mean, if I have to do that 15 times. Whew. Although that would be pretty bad if, like... I hope that's not the case. All right. Sorry, debating on how much to talk about another other side project. Like, so I have some friends out in, I'd say like that want to move to Asia, like Eastern India. I don't know. I'd have to check, but basically, there's a need out there for public education and tutoring that's not completely like religious based. Like, there's definitely a lot of like education there that's tied to like, well, it just has a lot of religion mixed in it, and I mean, and that's a quandary we're dealing with in the States right now, is like, you know, mixing religion with education. I mean, if you look at like all of the country's history as a whole, the founding fathers are very adamant about separation of church and state. I mean, very clear about it, like very clear. It was in the very first amendment, like, or the first, what is it? Amendments or first, yeah, I think it is amendments. I'd have to look it up. That's one of those ones that, oh god, and I don't want to hit the bomb. So then that just makes things harder for no reason. Like, it robs you of all these kills. Like, you're trying to get 10, basically 150, but you have to have them all in like rapid succession, so that some of them won't count. I don't even know if these are actually going to count, the ones where they blow up in between. Oh, no, and that might not have even counted because it went back to the single. Like, and I could see it being like that. Like, the trigger is like only when you get that plus 10 where it does it count. Let's see, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. Now it doesn't matter. So we gotta get like hundreds of these. Alright. Oh god, no. Should not be dying to this little pittance. Alright. So, but anyway, so that's just one thing. And like, they all kind of build off of each other. Like, if I can figure out a way to get a bunch of tech devices, and I feel like there's something that's close to that. Well, even that, just like having the red key and like recruiting a bunch of people to like from different companies. It's basically anybody who wants to at that point. And I honestly think it's already happening. I mean, I have to like say this a lot because I don't want anybody to think that like, oh, I'm all conceited, like I'm doing something like great, grandiose or anything. Nah, like just the technology has changed. Like now we can safely dispose of work computers where previously there was like proprietary information and you had to be very careful about disposing of old computers. Also, I did not think this through. Oh god. Okay. Okay, I have to bunch them up a little bit so I can get that times 10. And no, for sure. But I mean, we could do it. Like, these are still single hits, and like, this isn't terribly hard. Like, if you sidestep them and actually like took care. Okay, there we go. Ah. All right, yeah. Now I need to get some more armor. Let's just go do it. That was too close. But anyways, I mean, this is real. Like, there's like a bunch of like nerdy programmers out there and like the tech communities with a bunch of like aligning goals of repurposing tech that could be used. I mean, you still need to like recycle it at the end ethically and like responsibly. And that's kind of one of the hang-ups with a lot of this stuff is like, if you're going to be donating them out, you also need to be prepared to round them up on the tail end. So like, that's one thing that I'd want to add to the website is just like all the locations where you could recycle tech if you got some like donated tech. Which the ones I've already donated out, I told them, I was like, and then when you don't want them anymore, just give them back to me and I'll get rid of them. Like, I will donate them ethically and responsibly. And like the original 4, they were super old ones that had like, they still had DVD and disc players. So like, I think even Blu-ray they were able to, I don't know, but, and that's what one person told me they ended up using it for. They're like, oh yeah, I was able to play discs and all that. So I was like, all right, cool. It got some use. And like, I mean, originally it was just like a pilot program, and it was kind of weird. It was actually my old bosses at this restaurant I worked at. And like, and I told them, I was like, this is just a pilot program. We're going to see how this goes. And I was basically like seeing, like learning from it, like what, let's see, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think I can do this. This is 10. We're going to find out. There's the 10. Oh, and then there's the double kill. Or the double points. Come on, start the new round.
You need to hit the exit button. We're ready.
Okay, that's like as far as I could figure that out better, but I don't have the attention span to like really like watch something. I should do it with like the bomb because like I really don't care about that one often. Alright, so is this still single hit kills? Oh! Yeah, I got the 10. That's what's up. Alright. It was very risky, but I got it. Alright, let's loop up another 10. So, and then also like, so I already have a lot of this information like posted somewhere. So it's on the website, it's on Git, no, what's the other one? CodePen, there you go. So CodePen is a site that hosts, oh god, no, that is too much, No, I need to heal. There's no salvaging that, plus I already started on the next one. Whew. Yeah, open source computer science. I even put like a basic cybersecurity best practices on there before I did the cybersecurity boot camp. And then, I can't remember the timing with it. Maybe it was at the same time, but basically I was originally trying to work on this idea of providing a nice, easy way for somebody to go somewhere and learn basic like cybersecurity best practices, like how to stay safe. No, it had to have been during when I was like doing that boot camp, or during or after. Yeah, because I think Replit was where I first did the examples of Python code, and that was something I did with the boot camp. So, and then having since done that, there's Coding Game, which their entire community teaches programming. So like, it's awesome. I mean, it's just a bunch of nerds like hanging out, teaching each other, like, you know, having fun, clashing and talking about it, just nerding out. It's awesome. A lot of competing though. A lot of like, you know, hey, I can do this code, like doing this, and but I mean, and that makes sense too, because it's a great way to like polish up your resume, and that's one of the reasons I like recommend it, is because like for people job searching trying to get into the tech world, Coding Game. I mean, it's like hands down that, Code Wars, Free Code Camp, like all these free resources The free for the user for like the and coding games an actual business too. Like they sell. Well, hold on. Come on, Mangler. I think that did it. Try to get the melee, not deal with the Mangler guy, and I think I killed a couple zombies in there. Anyways, so as far as like career help and stuff, coding games business model. So what they make money off of is like hiring companies use them to scout. Shoot, that might not have counted. Talent. So like if you have a respectable level on coding game, you can actually not convince. I don't like to say it that way. Like you can prove yourself to certain tech companies to a certain threshold. Like you are now worthy of being an intern because you have this accomplishment this here. In fact, coding game even has like certifications you can do. And I looked into that. I've talked to somebody that I didn't talk about it, but like I know somebody that has done a lot of the certifications, so I could just ask them, but then like by the time I try to ask somebody, they're like, okay, well it could have taken that time to just read the thing, and then it'll tell you how to do that, and so yeah, that's just 3 people. Boom! Tiger fist. Oh wait, are we in a new round? Where did those 2 people come from? Oh well. Alright, wait, hold on. I gotta see what time it is, and I do want to go do thing. Have I still only been going for... I feel like this broadcast... I've been going an hour. Right? Jeez. Hold on. Jeez, no, I've only been going for half an hour. My God. And I'm already like talking about bailing. So, I wish I could like transition cleanly without sending out a new announcement and just make it like one video, like go from the game to go into doing something productive on the computer. I guess that's just it. Like we could plan out. So what to do? Ugh, I should just do a texture. Jeez. But not tonight. We already started with this. I had the time. I was thinking about it, but I didn't think about like what to do with it. So we'll just chat about it. All right. So yeah, listing things and just like having some kind of public awareness of like the emergency services. It's funny talking about this playing in this game, but no, I mean with all the recent things like in healthcare too and insurance, I feel like that. So I put that on the cyber attacks list because that's something I noticed. Is like I did one of those clickbait ads, which I almost never do, but they got me. I will admit they convinced me enough to at least click and see what it was about. And I started filling it out. This is actually pretty funny. I used the address of a strip club down in Denver for the physical address because I'm not giving you my address. Like, and they wanted phone number, address, email address, and like I used the burner and all this and just all these different things and. And it was just finally like, okay, no, I'm not even that curious anymore. But like, it's for anybody else that wanted to save money on car insurance, because that was the hook. That was the enticing for them to trap you in there and get all that information, which they could turn and sell for money. Basically, it was talking about car insurance and how like, since insurance is mandatory to drive, that created like a, what do they call that? It's like a forced market or like a, I don't know, whatever. But it created a situation where people had to. And so since they're at the mercy and this is a required thing, then they knew that they could start increasing the rates. And as long as you make it as confusing as possible, as expensive as possible, whenever possible, and just keep people confused, they're going to just settle with whoever rips them off the least and live life that way. And then in turn, people will use, what was it, Family Guy, or maybe it was Simpsons. They had an episode where the people, I think it was polled actually, and it was like I don't want to get in trouble for talking about it, censorship and all that. No, it's on The Incredibles too. Like the guy, the main character, he gets a job at an insurance company and he's like revealing all of these like super secret ways to save on your insurance and get the best deductible and all this or whatever. And it's this little old lady and like, and that's as it should be. Like we shouldn't be. Well, and easier said than done. Like, we should live in a world where it isn't so expensive to the point where someone feels the need to operate a business as such to be able to survive and thrive in this lifetime. We don't need that. I mean, like, I don't want to go all the way to Wall-E, but, like, you know, we could have a lot of niceties, and we are, too. I mean, even as crazy as politics is getting, and, like, it's back and forth, and not to like gloss over the conflicts that are constantly going on, but even when I was back in college and studying Darfur, like in a sociology class, like there was child soldiers and war going on back then, and like there is a lot we can do to help it though, and I really think that if we got everybody a computer and got everybody a vote and a voice in the world, like, and that does sound grandiose. You talk about it that way, it's like no, that's not. But it's very possible, actually. Like, I mean, I've been to a lot of places in the last few years, and they're ready for it. Like, everywhere is pretty much ready. Like, what we need is, like, digital infrastructure. I know Bill and Melinda French Gates, that foundation, is working on that in India right now. And that's really good because that empowers women to be able to enter the workforce and have a little more independence because they can work. They can earn money. They can hold jobs. Because if it's not physical money in the store, then you don't have to worry about someone coming in and physically like assaulting you or intimidating you or otherwise robbing physical money. And that also makes it more secure for the business because if you get robbed, you get whatever physical, I mean, like we do here. I mean, that changed a lot of things, moving everything to digital money because you just don't see people robbing like, I mean, I know it still happens, but not nearly as much. And so that drastically reduced crime in that area. But back to the whole, you can't just like change a bunch of stuff and not expect like things to happen. Like we also need to work on like affordable housing and, you know, food for everybody, even without guilt or anything like that. Like, oh, so much guilt. I mean, when I debate this stuff on XApp, like that's one of the biggest reasons anybody like supports the reduction in health insurance and all that. It's like, you know, oh, they shouldn't be mooching off of this. They shouldn't. I mean, yeah, like everybody works. Like it's a fool's idea to think that people are not either in school or working full time or in their parents' basement hating life and probably still doing part time of either. Like nobody just is cool with like, and even housing insecure and homeless folks. Like I've met a lot of them and like heard a lot of situations where a lot of that is temporary if they have the ability to get out. A lot of it's the drinking too. Like, I mean, of all the things, oh, so much hard stuff happens after drinking. And it's like, if your life is pretty cruddy, it's really hard to not justify, like, bad stuff and bad choices. So, yeah. Where'd that big guy go? Oh, there he is. As you slowly see, like, this shot coming. Oh, I need to sneak by here. I need some armor. I'm trying to think. I guess I do need headshots with this. I was just hoping to get some more. Do I have enough money? Oh, I could pack-a-punch this. There we go. I get distracted and I forget how to even do this. Oh, the door's not open though. Do I have enough? Oh, it is. Never mind. So, but yeah, the website. The website's awesome. And GitHub will do that for anybody. And like, once I go back and do the free code camp one, I'll try and make a video playlist of that. Oh, that's going to be fun. And just document everything about it. Because it is. And like, and a lot of it is like, you kind of want someone to do a little bit of hand-holding, like, when you do it. Like, if you can set benchmarks, then you can do any kind of computer science stuff. And literally anybody can. Like, that's not... Oh, God. This was a bad choice. Wait, hold on. Okay, I can get that way. It's like we are getting too high up in the... Oh, no. Well, there's that guy. Okay, well, this could be bad. Now, how do I get away from all this? Preserve them. Whew. You think I can just do it? How did I get a massacre? Yeah, there's the 10. Whew. Got it. Okay. Yeah. What is this? Ooh, we'll take that too. Alright. So, all I should do is pack a punch this so I can take him out easier. There it is. You get him enough headshots, he'll pop. Alright, so let's actually just do exactly that. I mean, I guess I don't need to worry about it right now. Let's get another 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, come on. Let's go over this one. This one's easier to round him up. Go for it. Is that the round? Oh, yeah. Got the goal. Wait, what? Yes. That is what I wanted to do. Okay.
Double points.
Wait, what? Why did it want me to... Yes, pick up the armor plate. Why did it... Jeez. That's what I like about Borderlands. They did fix that. Or, well, changed it, I guess. They made it to where you just have to run over ammo and it collects it. And I like it to where you at least have to, like, hold the square to collect it, I guess. Because there is something to that. And I don't know. I feel like that's kind of a little weird with the newer ones. But it's not that big of a deal. I mean, I feel like it's kind of just like... Same with Elden Ring, how you push square instead of X. I just got used to dealing with that and just remembering. But then I did recently start a new character and I changed that. Hold on. Oh wait, so now I need headshots and now we definitely need to pack a punch this. I need to do specialty kills, 30 specialty kills. Like, Opal is so hard to get. I mean, that Mangler is a specialty as far as I know, and I don't know if the big creature thing counts as a specialty, so... Could be. Alright. Ah! Jukin'. Alright. Oh wait, no, jeez. I feel I was getting ready for the 10. There we go. Just headshots. Alright, so. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do, because I want to get, like, so to process the phones out, all I really got to do is take a few pictures of the information, do a factory reset on them, and make sure that they're good to go. So, and even like the cool thing with having most of the stuff in the cloud nowadays is almost everything is, well, in the cloud. So the actual device itself, I mean, the local storage starts off small, and then as long as you do a factory reset, although even as I say that, I got to assume that these things are going to fall into, like, somebody could hack them and try to get some information off of them or whatever. But like at the end of the day, actually, yeah, that'd be something good to know. Especially if I'm trying to figure this out for, like, large-scale operations. I mean, and each company's different. Like, I worked at one company that, like, and that was one of the projects I had to work, or didn't have to. That's what I did. That was my job. Was processing, like, literally hundreds of good computers, like, perfectly good laptops with, like, I mean, and a lot of them were, like, engineer grade. Like, there was a distinction between office employees and engineers, and the engineers intentionally got, like, a stronger machine because of what their job required. Like the software that they required, the software they used, required higher specs. So, but either way, like, if you think about, like, you know, like a family that's, you know, struggling to make ends meet, and then, like, the last thing they're thinking of is, oh, I need to get my kid a computer when they go off to college. Like, if they can even afford to send them off to college. Actually, I don't know if I want that. We're not going to do instant kill because we're going for headshots. So, if you instant kill, there's no leeway, and there's a lot of potential missed. And I still got 1 to 5 out of that, but I feel like it's a better ratio. All just so I can show off an imaginary crying camo. But no, it's also this. I'm also doing, like, the event, the battle pass. Actually, I think Chucky's completed, so never mind. I think we got that mission accomplished. I was playing earlier with a buddy and got quite a bit done. So, okay. So yeah, and I did start adding to my. Well, it's like I got the recommendations list, but also there's the people's shoulders, like that whole. I think it was Aristotle or. I keep mixing that up. I always have to like look it up. But anyways, there's a saying on Colorado State University campus. There's a statue there that says, "I saw as far as I saw because I stood on the shoulders of giants," or something to that nature. And I don't remember who said it, and it's on the statue. So like I could probably just Google it and then find a picture of it. It's got a pretty interesting statue on it, and that's the other thing. It might not even be there anymore. Like they constantly change things. It might have been moved, or like I doubt they would actually like get rid of any statues. And this one was like, it was almost like a piece of modern like something. I don't think it could be offensive to anybody because it's just like a bunch of geometric shapes. Although you never know, you know, the geometric people of geometry might. I'm just kidding. It's not like that. Like I was thinking more like Ugh. No, that started sounding pretty bad. The George Floyd statues and then also the Southern statues, like, there's just so much of that. But no, this isn't like that. This is a statue that looks just like a piece of... Although, it could be taken or removed for other reasons. Like, I don't know. There's a big scare with universities, like, they have to abide by the new rules and structures. They have to, like, really restrict their DEI. And I haven't heard anything really lately, but I know Harvard was fighting a lot, and like they were like threatening the endowment. And that's actually one thing that Trump did say with the American Academy, the way he was going to fund it. So like a little backstory on that: the American Academy would be a school where any American citizen would be able to finish their degree in certain subjects, or even get their degree for free, so free college, and. So for anyone who's not familiar with this country, that's what the left have been trying to rally on for decades, is like free higher education. And so the fact that it's coming to now, however, there's the way to pay for it, and so that I think that's why there's some pushback, and why we haven't actually seen it until now is because a bunch of universities get funding, and I don't know what they call it, but like there is money going to that. And for one reason or another, and so like, and it's such a area that I don't want to like speak on without knowing, because I mean, well, one, I'm planning on going back to my alma mater to get a master's and just, you know, add to my own repertoire, but to be a professor too. I want to end up getting my doctorate and like reach that level, but. That's hence why all these side projects, they are all building on a cybersecurity master's, because it's actually in the field, meddling with things, seeing what works, what doesn't, using communication technologies to smooth things over, and to create pathways for people too. Because that's the other thing. Like if you really want to strengthen an area, you start with where they need help, like the housing insecure, the homeless, the addicted, the afflicted, the people that have had a bunch of unfortunate accidents. Or not even accidents. Like prohibition is a series of unfortunate events enforced on anybody who goes through addiction. I have one buddy who's in jail now, and it's like he's going through it, and he's getting out, and I'm going to try to help him out with a job. And see, and that's the other thing. Like, so that other guy, that professor, that doctorate, he helps with game job placement. And I help with like all job placement, and not a lot. Like that's overstating things. Like I just have friends that are going through it here and there, and I've been through it. So then it's like you just kind of use who you know in your networks to try to help people out. And I keep my ear to the ground if people need help. And that goes back to sports too, like playing old foosball in high school. I mentored somebody, and he reached out, and we talked and stuff, and gave him some advice, and. You know, and like we all mentored at least one person. I think some had two. And then just the collective too. So athletics, and it's like one of these projects is like potentially, I don't want to say too much about it because like I don't want to jinx it for one, but honestly I see it working, and even if it doesn't work one direction, it could work with another. But basically the idea is to create a network of volunteers that would do IT and K through 12 assistance. So the IT assistants, and that's like an actual national security threat. And so the one other thing that I did with that cyber boot camp is like we talked about like how we're going to take what we learned and go out and protect like any companies we work for. We had to sign a white hat manifesto for what we learned. Because basically we learned, like, I mean, not to, like, again, not to overstate, like, anything. I don't want to talk it up too big, because it's really not that big of a deal. But the things that we learned could potentially destroy businesses, small governments, like anybody who doesn't protect against it. And even if you're just messing around, like, we learned enough about systems to very badly accidentally screw something up, let alone intentionally screw something up. I mean, if we actually put mind and focus to it, and that's also why they told us too, is because like we were all informed that we were on a watch list for cybercrime. So if any cybercrime happens, they might come talk to me. So I got to worry about that now, but that's okay. Like for the peace of mind of understanding more like what the majority of threats are, like there's still governments out there looking at stuff and they've got their hooks and things, and you know, and there's ways like I never truly trust encryption because like any encryption with enough time battering on it can be broken because like you have, I mean, there's just physical limitations in networking. Like, I mean, you have a packet count from sender to receiver that you have to have. That's just how it works. Like, you can't, I mean, and you can change up midstream to like, you know, confuse things and muddy things up. But even then, like, if your encryption is broken, like, I don't know. And there's ways. It's a giant whack-a-mole game, and that's why I also want to do like the whole go back to a masters. But yeah. Oh wait, I'm gonna go into the. Oh god. Oh. Woo. Okay. Sorry, I went down a rabbit hole that way, so.
Hey, need to shut down that pickup offer for now, team.
Yeah, I'll have to just wait until I got too much going on tonight, so I'll have to wait until I have a good couple of hours. So I need to get to bed at a decent hour, but I want to get at least a little more progress on these phones. I'll do a little coding, but by the time it takes to set up for text stream, yeah, I can't be doing that. But it's exciting. Like, there are things that are... Well, even that I can't say for sure, but I do have a lot of interest on the one side, and really the job assistant stuff. That, like, I don't know. We'll have to see. Well, I just realized. Yeah, I don't know how much I want to talk about that, but I got one friend in jail, another one that's kind of going through it, another one that needs to figure out something, and so really a lot of these projects got to come to a head. So I got to figure out, and that's why I should be doing more tech streams, because that actually like helps organize the effort. I don't want to make it sound like too crazy, because yeah, like I just said, like I'm on, for all I know, there's feds watching these things, like waiting for me to like start like some kind of revolution or something. And even just saying that with like the robot parsing it, because there are bots that read like through for like profanity and stuff like that. I mean, even though this is a very adult game, and I like to think that that kind of like absolves me of like responsibility for saying adult things. Like right there, dropping the F-bomb on just the casual, like, you know. But I got to be careful because I'm around school a lot. I got kiddos. Like I can't be swearing like a sailor. And even when I could, I didn't a lot, because it really reveals the intelligence of a person, how much they swear. Now, if they swear all the time, it loses its effect, and then they just get known as like impolite, because usually those words are supposed to be reserved for extreme situations when you're trying to communicate to somebody that they've crossed the line and they need to readjust how they're doing. But unfortunately, like, we don't realize that until we're already deep in it. And I actually do know a guy, he did 12 years in Lyman for accidentally killing his cousin. And a heated bar fight. That's all it took. 12 years of this guy's life gone. And it's like, if you don't keep yourself in check like that, like, oh man, I can't imagine 12 years. Like, and he told us stories, horror stories, and like, and it made me remember back when I was growing up, when I go tour the prison for a field trip. We'd go talk to inmates and be like, so what are you in for? And blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what, how's life like? And they try to scare us straight, be like, you know, I use the bathroom in front of people. And like, they would swear and try to use like big scary words like, oh, like this and that. I get jumped when I go to the chow hall. And this is my life. This is my reality day in, day out. And like, half the time we're just kind of sitting like, oh, okay. And like, we're kids. What do you expect from us? What do you want us to do? Like, you're here. And so, and then like, and every day you wake up in BV, you look and there's a prison. So you're just reminded that's where you go if you make a mistake, and you go live like those people do that they just told us. And so, and all those horrible things that they try to scare us straight with, I mean, that deterred us to the point to not get caught. Like, it's just, I mean, we still disagreed with a lot of laws, which I might say are now being reversed nowadays, which is beautiful, but it needs to be done right, too. I'm talking about prohibition, of course, what we always talk about in this thing. And actually, yeah, no, let's, I wish it was easier to just transition to a text stream. Be like, alright, cool, done with the game. And once I get a capture card, I'll be able to morph the stream like that, but that's still a ways out. So we'll actually just call it at about an hour. Yeah, we're getting close to there. I'll go fix up the phones. I actually got to respond to somebody. I'm trying to help with somebody to get to... Well, that's the other thing. It's somebody that I'm trying to help migrate around. But, again, following laws as a white hat, being monitored, or at least assuming that I'm being monitored. Everything I do, I assume that's being watched, so... Which is ironic because anyone claiming to be a Christian already assumes that, because they assume that God is watching everything and God's going to keep a tally. And the even more ironic part is you can now keep a tally of someone's entire life in a matter of a small database, like every infraction they've had, and that's actually what I think Palantir, I think that's what they're doing, is they're building like basically a file on every person. And then you'd have like a patriot level, like, or a level of dedication to the country. I mean, they wouldn't call it that. They would be like, how, and actually, even if you just like blur the lines with that a little bit, and I'm not sure I really disagree with it. Like, it does play to that big brother type thing. If you have somebody that has a history of X, Y, and Z, then they might be more at risk to do something like, well, and actually, even as I say that, I am in support of at least somehow trying to figure out how to stop, what was it? That lady that was executed on the bus by that, and that's what it was. It was just some black guy that killed a white girl, and that's why, like, or white lady. I think she was actually like college age or mid-20s or something, but still, like, the point is like, there's just a lot about that stuff like that happens all the time, and I'm not justifying like bad stuff like that happening, but I feel like this one is in particularly being magnified to distort the public's perception of need. And in fact, I know so because I've been debating with people using Grok on the X app. That's what we should do. We should do like a best of debate. And like, I should figure out a way to, oh, and that's actually a cool thing. Oh, okay. So phones, and then maybe do a little programming. But basically, so one of the first programs I wrote was how to read tweets. There was a file of different tweets, and it was set up. It didn't matter how it was set up, because like the point of the exercise was no matter how it was, and I think he even might have changed it at some point and been like, okay, now there's a different delimiter, there's different formats, like, how do you do it now? And if it wasn't an assignment, I know he talked about it, because that's one of the biggest hurdles in programming, is you have to adhere by a set of rules of how a file is formatted, like if it has a header, what pieces are in the header, stuff like that. What am I even working toward here? 2,000 headshots. In fact, one of my favorite programming classes was, favorite and least favorite. I had to repeat it because I got a D in it the first time. You had to get a C or better, and there's that like joke saying like D's get degrees, and it's like, not in computer science. You have to do a C or better, and even then, like, I don't know, I feel like there was like people saying you might want to still consider retaking a class if you got a C, because that's just not good. Like, I mean, that's barely skating by. But they had to, at a very minimum, say, no, you absolutely have to get a C. Like, you cannot, we cannot in good faith give you credit for this class if you got a D, basically, is what that's saying. And I remember, like, one of my professors was talking about how she would never trust her life to a D student. And, like, to churn out people with a certain caliber to be trusted to do certain things, like a degree does. Sorry, that just goes back to, like, just drives me nuts.
Double points.
All right. Okay, cool. That was a lot of double points. Okay. And a lot of headshots. Alright. No, you know what? Let's do it. It's 9 o'clock. Ah, no, I keep going back and forth. Nah. Can you tell? I'm ADHD AF. Like, got tons of projects I want to work on. Lots of things. Wait, did I get? Saying talk to one person, the other person isn't responding. That's fine. And then, that should be on the to-do though. Basically, make a page for those going through it. And in fact, I do kind of need some more stuff for padding, like to put at the top of the page before the communal and the hippie farm stuff, because there's still a lot of people out there that just think weed is the devil and like anybody associated with it is just an absolute monster. And it's like, until you shake that perception, yeah,
Bonus points.
yeah. I went down a major rabbit hole just there. Okay, this might be it anyway. Maybe that's what I should do. Let's,
Tear them to pieces.
nah. A good hour update is probably good, because, yeah, like, one of the big reasons I want to keep doing these is just document where I'm at with stuff. And basically explain things, because I'll do that on the tech pages, or the tech streams, but there's just so many times where I'll lose a thread and just forget it. That's really bad in these. I should, and that's one of the things I actually do. I'll go back and I'll watch the things that I put up, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'll make sure to remember to do that, and so I'll write down like a little list. And oh god, okay. Oh, there's too many. There's too many. I gotta fall back. Oh, and then they're spawning behind too. It's a very tricky thing that they do, because most zombies games in the older Black Ops, you could do that for days. Just continue to run and just make sure that your back was against like a safe place. Oh god, oh no. I need ammo. Wait. They give you ammo.
Max
There we go.
ammo.
I mean, now it doesn't matter. We're at like 600. That's you know, chump change. We can go up. In fact, let's go. Oh. Okay. Let's go pack a punch again. Whee! Then you can like extra run fast if you double click the stick, and I think that's why we have a bit of a drift, because wow, this gets played a lot. Okay. Okay. But anyways, the point of the the point of the saying on the campus is because there's a lot of people that I attribute my education to, like my experience, reasonings, uh, like growing up in church, having like people from the church go to Africa regularly, and these were elderly people. It was kind of interesting. Like they would, oh god, like the people that had the ability to go and travel and like do these things would often sign up to do this, and they would go and they would like, I want to say like dig wells and stuff and help irrigation in these places, and they would talk about it, and like I don't know how much some of them helped because like they were really like, well, elderly, like I don't know, but feeling that they could give back. And so that's another thing. It's like, so a lot of these projects are kind of like giving a venue, like Beast Philanthropy, but like there's already Beast Philanthropy out there. So, I mean, and that's one of the things that I would put on this website is like, here are the people already doing this stuff. However, here are some other places and people that are doing specifically focused things. And then you could even like more and pick and choose what you want to do as far as giving back, donating your time, money, or effort, like, you know. And so, and also like giving back to the community, the CTC, cut the crust, like that one needs to happen like yesterday. And I just need to spend a lot of time, effort, like, because I don't know, because I need to make a better web front end. Like the CSS is not all that pretty. My website is not all that great. And then on the back end, I need to... Actually, I don't really need anything. This could all be run on a static web page. So basically, at least the first part. And it's documenting all the things that I've heard and talked about in debates. And then links to where there's pieces of information, but people still need to be able to draw their own conclusions. And so there'd be like a summary, basically doing like a book report on topics and situations. Like if you were to try to pick apart like the Maryland Man, that's a very touchy subject that like, for one, I don't agree with a lot of the stuff that I heard because it was like the police report talked about there was a water bottle with weed on the ground, that's what they were hiding. And it's like, so right there, that's part of why prohibition is so bad and dangerous, is because for something that's perfectly legal in Colorado and many other states, just for anybody that's old enough to buy, like we don't make the distinction where you have to have a doctor say it's a medication, partly because it's such a nightmare to get a doctor in this country. And like, you know, it's already that. There's so many people. I know 2 people that have died since the pandemic from not having health insurance. That's concerning to me. That like, and 2 one was like my friend's mom, and that's like, I mean, if it was like a grandma or something, that's a little more, but it's like my friend's mom, like, and then also my other friend's dad. And so like these parents that shouldn't have been gone this early are now gone because health insurance. And one wasn't even because he couldn't afford it. Actually, I think both of these ones, one, he didn't understand it. He was constantly like going between doctors and between insurance plans, and you know, it's just one of those things where it's like keeping up with that stuff is almost a full-time job in itself. And like, so yeah. Oh. Huh. Huh. Sorry, another rabbit hole there. I had to like explain myself to somebody. I guess I didn't have to, but like I felt the need to explain that like ideas aren't really necessarily grandiose if they actually do work, and like this isn't even a gamble or like a risk. Like it's a very real thing, a lot of these things. It sounds nuts, like, and I get it. It's unprecedented. And like we're in the age of like people doing things. Well, so we already had people doing things basically for free. You had interns, especially in Hollywood. Like if you hang around enough, you get the coffee, you get the whatever, and they treat you like garbage, then you'll get like a part in their movie and you might get recognized. And there was a lot of abuse from that, like especially sexual abuse. Like there were people like forcing sexual favors and stuff to try to get ahead, and like it was just all bad. And like, and that addresses another area that we need to figure out, is like how to address people's needs in a safe way. Yeah, because, and especially with our country so focused on drinking like it is. I mean, and now that I'm saying everybody needs to be sober and abstinent, but like drinking is such a big part of our culture that, and it causes a lot of problems, like a lot of problems. And yeah, so anyways, I'm kind of kicking myself. I should have just done the tech stream, but I was like, it's got to take the time. Because now I feel like I didn't really do anything on the website, and that's okay. But not like the website's even getting that much traffic. It's just more of that, like, I feel like I've been talking about this and working on this forever, and it'd just be nice to have a tangible. I mean, I already do, like, give advice to people. Like, I help people out with, like, where to get a job, how to get an education, what to expect, stuff like that. Like, I do as much as I can without any, like, of that. But it could be better, and it could be more. And I'm not the only one out there doing it, but it's like guiding people to the places like there's this place, Summit Stone. You can go for like cheap or free therapy. Medications, which I don't all the way agree with, but I mean, there are resources out there. And that's like something that everybody should build a GitHub page and list the resources in their area. Like that should actually just be a school project. Like, you know, hey, here's GitHub, make a website. All right, cool. Now that you've got that, like, and actually I wouldn't be surprised if it is. Oh, and here's the fun part. I talked to the, well, and again, personal information, I don't know how much I want to share, but I did talk to the current person that teaches computer science stuff up in my old high school. And as long as I don't, like, how would I phrase that? As long as nothing big or bad or scary happens, like, if, like, I don't know, if there's any reason where, like, they might not want to use anything I made or whatever, like, understandable, like if something egregious happened, but at the same time I feel like even the stuff that I've built, and I showed him some of it, I think could be useful. I mean, especially at a high school level, like understanding computer programming, like just the tutorial with Python, beginner Python concepts, like if you're able to understand that, you can understand basically the first like 2 years of computer programming, like formal classes. I mean, if you could really understand it though, like it has to make sense. You need to be able to write your own code using it, you know, like do your own example algorithms, stuff like that. But in the end of the day, or at the end of the day, I feel like that's the proficiency level. But it's still not the same, and that's one of the things I gotta be careful with. Like I don't want to step on anyone's toes. And like I was saying earlier with Trump, that's like where I don't fully agree with it. Like I love the idea of free college education for those that need it, and the only requirement is American citizen. Like, oh, okay, but the way that they're talking about doing it is taking the money that they already give to other schools and then doing it for this. But again, I don't know if I really care, because Ivy League, especially for me, I came from like the middle class, lower middle class. Like, and with college the way it is, like, there was no chance I was getting into an Ivy League school, like, unless I had some very, like, miraculous, like, scholarship or opportunity or what have you. Oh, God. Nope. It's over. Nope. Whew. One hit away. Oh, man. All right, but we could actually, I think we need to call it quits. I need to get some stuff done. Keep checking out the website. I'll try to put it in these videos, but yeah. It's definitely going to be, now I'm thinking about like the people that see this on the YouTube channel. It's in the description for sure, at least at the time of this video. So if you're seeing this a couple years down the road, hopefully it's still there, or there's even better or new stuff out. So, or very tragic, like I don't even want to think about that. Like I remember watching one of Mr. Beast's first videos and he's like, what if I'm dead in like 3 years? And it's just like, that's a very real concern. Like, what if this is one of the, hopefully not. We'll knock on wood there, but oh yeah. Nope. Whee! Oh no, I didn't slide. That was terrible. Oh, and I don't have any ammo too. I did that earlier where I was just like, before I started streaming, I was playing and like doing some work, then playing, and then doing some work and then playing. Like I was like doing laundry, dishes, all like the dad things that I got to do. Like once a week, I really focus on Well, at the end of the weekend, like I get a lot of stuff done on Sundays. That's why I feel enthusiastic about streaming and stuff because it's part of my work ethic. I'll do like a few chores and like some actual work, and then I'll play some video games. And then I used to do it an hour on, an hour off, so which I'll do here. But I would even consider the tech stream work, and so doing that. But it's like a mix. It's fun and it's work, and it's not really getting a whole lot done, but yet it is. And if nothing else, it's serving as a tool for other people like to use as a jumping off point. Like if you get a medium level on Code Wars and Coding Game, boom, you can get a entry level or internship job at certain companies. You still might have to. This is actually what I was just telling someone who was asking about it. Is like you still have to potentially work at like a call center, or an intern is still a really bad, like, or not really bad, but like risky. You could end up not getting a lot of money, having to have roommates, like, you know, living very poor for a good couple years until you build up experience. So yeah. Huh. Okay. Okay. Alright, yep. Let's actually just save the game, I think, at this point. Well, yeah, because I'll come back to it. I could continue on. I actually made it to level 30 the other day. But, like, using this normal one. Like, the other one, there's a lantern somewhere. I don't remember where it is in this one. Oh, actually, maybe it's in here. Oh, let's do it. Let's just do it. If I find it. Wait, isn't it? What was that? Oh, I triggered the thing.
Security, yes? A so-called rapid response team. Not nearly rapid enough, but I knew you would come.
I think I've done this on stream before, but we'll do it again.
I used to oversee dimensional research at Project Janus. And this is a little pocket of perdition that, unlike you, I'm quite unable to leave. Somehow my dimensional resonance got reset when we tried to close the breach, trapping me in the dark ether. But now, now that you are here, we can finally end this nightmare. My colleagues and I had 3 devices. Limited trans-dimensional gateways. Salvage what is left of them. That component, for instance, in the null-gravity field. With a little ingenuity, I'm sure you can retrieve it. Once we have enough parts to build a working LTG, then the shoe will be on the other foot.
Gotta be careful because this. Is that it? Oh god! Oh, I think that's it. That's it. Yep. Although, interesting. Is it just the one? So it blew up the one, it interrupted. I'm still in round 20. Alright, well, I was looking for the... oh, man. I was looking for the... lantern. There's a lantern somewhere. What is this? Oh.
Whoever may find this, I want to let it be known that this community summoned this wrath upon itself. This church was a hollow vessel. Running rampant with no humility or respect. Playing incessantly. Television sets, worshiping that false prophet.
Ah.
Janus people filled my church, drank my wine, asked for forgiveness. I was overjoyed.
Oh, man.
I gaze upon this rapture with
Man, you can't hear anything.
place of paradise.
I mean, there's not a lot. Like, it's some loony talking about, they came to my church, they drank my wine, they... Alright. Oof. Well, where's the lantern, though? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Because it makes it to where they go, like, frenzy, and that's what you can do with the Halloween Havoc one. If we're gonna finish strong. I mean, now I have no idea. Like, and there's also some way, like, you're supposed to find 3 numbers. Yeah. I haven't even begun to see that. Like, I mean, so there's the tapes, and maybe it could be, like, with the tapes. And I don't want to look it up yet, because, like, I figure, like, this is one of the things that one of my other buddies in college, used to do for, like, hours. We just play these zombies maps and just see if we could figure out the things without, like, and then eventually we would. We'd look them up and be like, oh, so you had to, like, grab the hamburger that's, like, obscure, like, laying down here. Or, I mean, the one that I already found out here, we'll go take a look at that. Was this... I don't think the lantern's up here. Oh, I still haven't even opened that door. This place. So it's like a hidden area.
For a weapon? Looks like you already found some of the parts.
Ah! Well, whatever. Let's go to the next round.
Pick up windows open.
Trying to remember where if there's even one here. There's exfil. There we go. We'll try to do the exfil. Oh, wait. I forgot. Wait. Return to the exfil area? Oh.
Pickup's inbound. Hang tight.
Oh, God. Oh, can't open from here. Oh, this might be the end anyway. What is this? I mean, either way, it's the end. I have to make it to the exfil. And I also have to, like, kill a bunch of these? Oh, God. What did I do? No, this is the end. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so that was good. An hour and 20. And since I can't switch it smoothly to a text stream, I'm just going to go ahead and sign off for tonight. But I am going to do... I'm sorry, I just saw somebody joined in. But I need to go finish these phones. And basically what I need to do is I need to take pictures of all the pertinent information, do a factory reset on them, and then... I would like to actually do a little research and make sure that's all I need to do to be able to donate them out. But basically that's like 12, I think it's 12 or 13, I can't remember. Something else I need to figure out for sure. No, it's 12 phones. It's 11 Google Pixel 6s and 1 Google Pixel 7. So this really cool project that my boss is letting me do where I know this lady in northern Colorado that works with the Housing Insecure, and she has phone plans for them. She just needs the phones. And it's taking a while, and I feel bad because the longer it takes, the more it's like, why did I even... But yeah, and like... and I mean, I still have like a bunch of old laptops that I can process out. I have one wiped and ready to go, and that one I know is good. But yeah. Anyways, let's see. And then the melee, I did get gold. So now I just need to do 30 special zombie eliminations. I'll probably do that off camera. That's so tedious. But I have it with a bunch of other weapons. Not a bunch. I have it with the boxing Tuco, and then I have it on the baseball bat. Oh, wait, let's see. Baseball bat. Oh, yeah. That's what I actually used, that lead pipe, lead poisoning. It looked like Brick's weapon for Borderlands 1. Then I got the boxing gloves. Wait, what's that? Oh, I don't want to mess with it. We'll create a new build. To go. There you go. Oops, wait, what? Oh, I don't have them on this one. Crud. I gotta do 28 still. Alright, we'll do the gold. Alright, so now I know. So I like to have like one there, like at the highest, so then I can just at a glance. Let's see. I mean, not really, but that would be ideal. Katanas I'm close to. Or no, I got them. So katanas, I got it. Chainsaw would be interesting. Jeez, yeah, 2,000 with any of these. So, all right, well, that's it for me. Ta-ta for now. I'll be back on sometime, maybe Sunday. I'll try to do a tech stream or something. I really need to get into more tech streams and maybe less of these. These are just more fun, not going to lie, but the tech ones are the more useful ones, and those are the ones that are actually going to be, well, useful. So, but these are also fun, and the people that take the time to watch these will realize that the stuff that I talk in them actually will help you just as much as any computer science class, like, because it does. It goes over all of it, but then you get to learn it while gaming. So, if you learn it, I don't know. All right, ta-ta for now. I'll see y'all in the next one.